Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette back for another live stream. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric, and every Sunday at 10 p.m. my time, we have a live stream for teachers, and everyone is welcome. If you're new here, just say hello and put your name in the comments down below. And if you have any questions related to teaching, please ask. My name. That's the third time I'm saying my name. My name is Eric, and I do this every week. I'm a teacher, and I do this live stream once a week. I've been doing it for almost 200 weeks, I guess. I don't know, 150 weeks, I guess. And usually it's just me sitting here talking about teaching and answering some questions. And sometimes we have other teachers on too, but today it's just me. So let's see who's here today. And our first viewer is Rubar. Hello. And then her question is how to teach English to adult students who are over 18. Okay. And then the follow-up is how to use TPR techniques with adults. Okay, so when you're teaching adults, I actually did a few videos on teaching adults. Let me share one of those. So for me, it's always good to research what you want to talk about and then start talking about, before, and then create a script so that I know what I'm talking about. But let me share this video with you that I made on how to teach adults. How to teach adults. Actually, I think I'm quite quick on starting the show. Usually, I just talk about anything I want to talk about, but I thought let's try and work hard today. How to? Sorry, I'm one of the types out what they're searching for. Okay, so this is a video made almost 2 years ago. Last year, 2 years ago. I really like this video. It's only a year ago. It's really useful, and it shares some tips on how to teach adults. Now, the beautiful thing about adults is you don't have to worry about classroom management, so they should be able to behave themselves, but you've still got to make things relevant to them. Now, it depends what level your adults are. Most adults have some idea of English. They might have studied it when they were younger, but they've never really continued their studies, and now they want to. So it depends what level they are. If they're absolute beginners, you can definitely use TPR, total physical response, use some movements, and get them to act along too. Sometimes we just imagine our adult students to be old and boring, and they just want to get the information, but to make them excited about learning too. So you can definitely use TPR movements and maybe what else can you use? I did a whole video on TPR. You can, and to relate to certain words and activities that you can do with them. What other TPR things did I do with adults? I can't remember exactly, but let me get back to it in a moment, Ruba. I just want to say hello to everyone first. Here's my dad. He's in the Cape watching whales. When I was visiting, I didn't see any whales. Shyline, hello. What a cool name. Relax Music. Hi, Fateh. I'm your big listener. Thank you so much. Eka from Indonesia. Actually, I had so many Indonesians around me. Apa kabar? I had my friend that I haven't seen in a long time who's Indonesian, and I made another Indonesian friend too. So all in all, a really good weekend. My friend promised to we're going to have like a get together soon where my friend's going to cook Indonesian food and I'm going to do like a South African barbecue. We call that a braai. So I'm going to do that and have some friends over. Yusuf, hi. Tazin. Nitin, good evening. Mera, hi. Nadine, tips on conversational lessons for students who are looking to improve their speaking and fluency. Um, hmm, hmm, um, hmm. Okay, conversational lessons. So with conversations, obviously, I think the easiest thing is to get conversational cards where they can practice. So maybe they are already advanced enough to have conversations, but they now just need to practice and hone their skills. So definitely action cards are very easy. And you should also, I think one thing that's often overlooked when practicing conversation is a lot of teachers just teach conversation for the sake of the students speaking. What you want to do is you want to have some way for them, some goal for them to work towards. And at the start of each lesson, you can say, okay, well, the topic for today is hobbies. Okay, we've done hobbies to death, but let's say hobbies. And then at the end, you want to say, well, what I want you guys to achieve is I want you to properly talk about your own hobbies. And I also want you to be able to ask questions and follow up questions about hobbies and learn about it. I also want you to try some grammar structure. So you can say, I want you to practice using the past perfect. In the past, I used to do this. So yeah, try incorporating some real lessons within the conversations. So yeah, focus on topics, but also add some structure to it and also some goals for the students to get. I want to go back to the adults thing, how to teach adults. Yeah, so the great thing about having adults is the wealth of experience. They've got all these experiences. And the sad thing about being an adult is you don't get asked enough questions about your life and often about your opinion. So what I would do is you're going to work on rapport with your students, getting to know them, getting to build a relationship. But I also want you to try and make them feel important. We do this in all types of teaching with our students too. But with adults, you're going to have that mutual trust and understanding already. And then you just want to build their motivation and build their confidence in talking about these subjects that they know about. So use their experience for your lessons. Get them to talk about that. So that is really good because they've got all these past experiences and lessons they want to impart on other people. I put on some wax in my hair earlier. Okay. BM, why don't you invite your dad, as he is good at English and surely better than you? He's definitely better than me, BM. BM, I'm so happy you changed your name. It used to be BB, right? But now it's BM. Excellent. Yeah, I had my dad on before. I think he was one of my first viewers. But I've seen some really good teachers that I would like to have on. And I think in maybe a week or two, I will set into motion inviting teachers for the month live stream in February. And I think what we need to do is from the community, I need to get some topics that we can discuss, some topics that are interesting and that you want a teacher to teach about, so that I can find some good teachers that want to appear on the live stream and teach something, and then they can also prepare for it. I think that is the most important, because usually for this live stream, I don't prepare. It's just me talking about stuff. I do have some ideas, but that's just what I do. Cambridge, hi from Argentina. Fateh, when you speak, I will get. Shreya, hi. How to enrich activity-based learning. Okay, activity-based learning. I think, yeah, make it useful. I think the thing is with activity-based learning, where the students are busy or they're doing something, it should be relevant to them. They should feel like this is going to enhance their life somehow. And I think we've always got to have that at the forefront of our minds is, what value does this lesson provide to my students now? Often in teaching, we kind of think of, oh, we're teaching our students for something they have to do far into the future. But I think that's not what education's supposed to be. It should be something that's useful to them now. How often, how much have you remembered from what you have, how much do you remember from what you've learned in the past? I think that's quite difficult, right? So, but these skills that are important, we're more likely to remember exactly when we learned them. Tazin, hi. Tulasi, how to teach pronunciation for early grade kids because the language is unknown. Okay, I still. There are two videos. There are so many videos that are going to haunt me for a long time. And one of the videos is how to teach pronunciation. Now, pronunciation. So first, you're going alphabet. You're going to teach them the sounds to each letter of the alphabet, and then you're going to start combining some of the letters together. AR, it's going to make an R sound, and then you're going to teach them words with that sound in it. So they're going to learn the alphabet. They're going to learn the pronunciation. And then after that, you're going to blend, we call it blended pairs. So you're going to create pairs, blended pairs. So you're going to make it longer. And from there, they're going to learn to read sentences. So that's how we expose them to the language. We teach it bit by bit. I'd love to do a video about it in the future. I will. But yeah, I'm busy with a few videos now that I'll tell you about. Nelson from Bogota, Colombia. Hi. Hola. Jabed from South Africa. Jabed. Happy Heritage Day. It was Heritage Day in South Africa. And then everyone bries and well, except me. I didn't. I should have. I didn't. Saida, hello. Any idea for improving speaking? Yes, actually, if you look in the description below, why is my SOE? In the description, I did. If you're an English learner, I actually made a course on how to improve your English speaking. Now, obviously, you want to learn more vocabulary. You want to read more. Reading is very important. You want to practice as much as possible, especially if you cannot find native teachers to help you. You can find other people to work with too, so you can practice these topics and get into more conversations. But let me quickly share that with you if I can find it any moment. Yeah, how are you guys doing? I'm doing fine. I'm a little bit tired because let me share this. This is how to improve your spoken English course I made. I put it on Skillshare because I don't really think the English content would suit. I don't think it would suit my channel because it's for teachers, but I've got lots of good things that I'm planning in the future. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Happy to see you, Saida. You too. Noor. Hi from Libya. Osvaldo, Milwaukee. Wow, from the States. Hi. Danielle from Canada. Wow, we've got lots of North Americans here. I'm very happy. Your students and tell them that BM. I will tell my students tomorrow. I think they might be confused, but BM, I will tell them that BM loves them. Vanina, hi from Argentina. Amy, Emil. Okay, and relax. How to deal with a very noisy class and students that don't listen at all. Okay, so my most popular video is noisy class, and I'm actually I made that video maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's my most popular video, I'm going to make a review video for that. I'm going to make a new video because I feel like there are a lot of things that I didn't explain well enough. A lot of the things are good, but I think I can do a better job, and I've learned some more. Now, if you haven't yet, try and check out that video. Just type in noisy class into YouTube. So there are ways to get their attention. But one thing, the most important thing is to set yourself up for success. Have rules, have a way for them to have a way to get their attention. But there was one thing that I was thinking about recently that I haven't really shared before, and that is that you need to follow through. Good new teachers struggle to control a classroom after a couple of weeks. Good teachers get to control them, but they've often got to reestablish control. Great teachers, they set themselves up for success. And once the students get noisy, they quiet them down. And then immediately after that, they follow through. What does that mean? If students comply and they do what you ask them, you're going to praise them. If they were a bit louder or they took a bit longer to comply, or you can see that they aren't really listening, or you can feel that there's still some tension, then you're going to want to take the time to tell them that is not what you want. And you've got to make sure that you put your foot down. Because I don't want to use the word train, but that is how you're going to train your students for success in your class. You need to follow through. Praise them when they do well after getting the class quiet. And then also afterwards, you're going to want to talk to them. Now, it depends on what's going to happen in the class, but usually noisy classes don't just happen. It starts up over time. So you want to have rules, you want to enforce the rules, you want to have a way to get them to quiet down. And then you also want to build a relationship with your students that once some of these elements start acting out, you start asking these individual students to come and see you and to have a talk with them. Because if they start acting out and the class follows suit, it's because you are allowing them to. And you've got to create this relationship with these stronger willed to tell them. So call them in after class, ask them how it's going, just have a conversation with them. And then ask them if anything's wrong, and then ask if there's anything in class that's bothering them. They will feel heard, And they will also feel like, okay, well, this teacher is taking time to talk to me. And then you can also look at the class itself. If the class is noisy, and you cannot pick out those elements that started it off, you want to do what I call the mom speech, where you basically tell him, listen, this is not going to work, not in my class. Okay. So yeah, that's something I wanted to say. But check out Noisy Class. I'm going to make a follow-up video for it. What I'm busy with is I am busy writing scripts. I'm back writing scripts. I've got a lot of editing to do. I've got lots of videos to bring out. But I'm writing scripts again. So I'm in script writing mode, which is the best mode, but so difficult to get started. Any of you who write, you know how it is. You're like, oh, I don't want to. And then you need to get into the flow of things. But I'm writing a script. My next one will be building rapport in the classroom. I haven't made a video about it. So I think it's going to be a good one. Noisy Class, the new Noisy Class I want to make. And the third one, teaching one-on-one I want to do. And what is the other one? Oh, maybe I should do body language again. What was the other one? Anyway, I'm making some new videos. I'm writing some scripts for some big videos. Watching from Shanghai, Pakning. Hi from Pakistan, Shalom. Muhammad from Egypt. Luz, hello from Algeria. Kuvu, I don't know what that means. Hi, see him. Also, Imam from Indonesia. Eka, Claudia, hello. Shve from Myanmar, right? Letty Mothers, is this Letty? I wonder. I'm only at 4 minutes, so I'm like 12 minutes behind. I'm sorry, guys. I like reading all these comments. I like to go through. I should be faster. Aurelio, hi. Good to see you. Good morning. I know it's very early there in Mexico. Mario, hola. How are you doing? Good to see you. Rasha, hi. Duad, yeah, Duad. It's good to see you. I'm so happy to have you in the community. Rasha, how to welcome young learners in the classroom. Right. You're going to welcome them with a smile because they're very nervous getting into the classroom. Well, is this the first time or is that every time? Because I actually made a video how to start class, and I think it's got some basic ideas how to start class. Let me quickly find that. I think it's got some good ideas on how to start a class, how to begin a class. And it's relevant for elementary or very young students. I think it teaches. Actually, what I wanted today, I don't know I was going to get so many questions. I was like, okay, Eric, what are you going to talk about today? Because I had no idea. But what I did, I was thinking of looking at interview questions for teachers and how to answer them. That's a series I want to work on in the future. I was actually going to read through some of these interview questions. Guys, like and comment if that's what you want. If you want a video on how to answer these teacher interview questions. And maybe we'll do it in a live stream, or I'll definitely make a video about it. Okay, where are we? I'm so slow to read everything. How to become a great time manager with silly, misbehaved students. I think, yeah, that's difficult. I think for teachers, it's very important to have control over their time, and their time management should be very good. I think the easiest and most effective way is to create a schedule, especially with your students. If you give them a schedule and you're like, okay, everyone, this is our schedule for the day. We've got 40 minutes. The first 10 minutes, we're going to do a nice introductory activity. Then for 10 minutes, I'm going to teach you this. I want you to remember to make notes. And then we're going to, the next 10 minutes, we're going to do some fun activities with a group or with a partner, or you're going to write, whatever it is. And then the final 10 minutes, we're going to take some feedback and see how we can improve. Right? Cool? Okay. So yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to schedule and write it down and make sure the students understand. Eric, hi Manati. Russia, what kind of games? We share it with the students in the class. Well, Russia. I thought I said Russia, but it's Russia. Most of my videos on the channel are all about speaking activities and games. So just go on my channel. I've got this one video called 50 Classroom Games. My goal is every week I'm putting out new videos and new activities. Sorry, guys. I apologize. And then, so I've got it on the channel. Go check it out. But my goal is to create more. And then probably my plan is next year, March, to make a 100 games compilation. That's what I would love to do. Bella Chu, our best teacher. Thank you. Thank you, Duard. Fazal, can we talk with you? Yes, send me a message. Hello, sir, from Myanmar. Hi. Letty, which platforms must I apply to if I don't have a teacher certificate? Letty, I am not sure. There are many platforms. Actually, by the way, guys, I'm going to start helping with a platform called Preply. They've reached out to me, so I'm going to make a few videos and I'll put them in there too, and I'll start promoting them a bit more in the future. But I know there are others too, but it's not really. I don't really know all of them very well. LinkedIn user, hello. Russia, how can we let them read, or what are the steps to let them read, especially grade 1 and 2? Well, a lot of my viewers are very good at reading. Actually, I was thinking of asking Ajar to do a series on that, on reading. I made a video on reading activities. And that's actually a really good video. I thought it's when I made that video, I basically just looked, what is it, 50 reading activities, but I also give some good information on how to get the students to read. So let's see if yeah, 50 reading activities for class. This is one of my most popular videos. I've had it, when did I release this? I released this probably 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not going to remake it. It's too long. It's 20 minutes. And I think this one's good enough. This was actually when I think, my videos started getting a bit better. Not a lot, but I learned so many things with editing and things along the line. So I've got so many videos to redo. By the way, how is everyone doing? I know I'm very slow today, so many. Yeah, you definitely need a partner. Fatima from Morocco, from the Philippines, from Pakistan, right? Can we discuss used to, get used to? Actually, I did it with my students a couple of weeks ago, so I can. But and Natin, yeah, here I basically talk about teaching. I'm sure if you just search for it on Google or on YouTube, there are some way better teachers to talk about it. But what I would like to do is next year, I would like to do a series on teaching grammar where I can teach it well, Russia, thank you. Bonnie, Esther, good morning. Eric and fellow teachers of the world, definitely. From Massachusetts, of course. Bonnie, Esther, hope you're doing well. Amar from Lebanon. Abdul Kader, how to teach teenagers. Did I do a video on teaching teens? Yes, I did. The only ones I'm missing is how to teach kids and how to teach one-on-one. Those are the two age videos I need to do. Let's say teenagers. Did I have teens? No, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. But teaching teens is fun. Just make it interactive, make it fun for them, get them to engage, get them to create, get them to show their personalities. Why haven't I made a video on teens? Well, I need to do kids first, I think. Punam, hi from India. I also met an Indian friend. Why don't you post your car? Okay, BM. Let me tell you about my car. I was driving today. I rarely drive. I got this car when my parents were here in Korea with me, and it's a very reliable car. It's a sedan. It's called an SM5. So actually Samsung has a car series here in Korea. It's not outside. I think so you don't get it outside of Korea, but in Korea it's here, and it's very reliable. I bought this car for cheap, like a secondhand car, hundreds of kilometers on it, hundreds and thousands. Sorry, a bit stuffy. And so I bought the car, and I've had it for 5-6 years. It's been so reliable, no problems. But it's not a very good looking car. It's not a chick magnet. It's an ugly color. It's got lots of scratches, but it's so reliable. It's quite big too, a sedan. So no, I'm not gonna post that car. When other guys have these nice cars, they're posing next to my car is like, okay, I walk past it. It's not my car. How to teach vocabulary in an interesting way. Well, lucky for you, I do have a video on how to teach vocabulary. vocabulary. I should put out a list of all the videos I've made because I think, it's I need to make, or I need to, yeah, I just need to name it better. But I'm trying to make videos about everything teaching related, especially teaching English. Hopefully one day I'll get most of them done. But every time I work on something, there's like a million more ideas I have to work on. Thank you so much, Asil. I'm so happy to hear that. Natar, how far? Oh, I'm just 10 minutes behind. How can I improve my speaking? I think I pasted it there. Try that out. Hajar, hi from Tunisia. There are 11 recognized languages, BM. So many African languages, and there's Afrikaans, which is like Dutch. So no, they are many. English is the recognized language. It's the main language. Latif, hi from Sri Lanka. Estrella, hi from the Philippines. Daniela, as a teacher to adults, I have control my class. I'd like to play games and have fun learning. Can you suggest games or create a video about it? Yeah, like games, board games. I actually, I'm so happy when you ask me for videos that I've already made, because then I can just make it. Yes, I've already made a game on fun activities for adults. I think it's like 10 games. Where is it? Teaching adults, 10 adult activities. For adult learners, English activities. So I made this video. It's also a good video, I believe. When everyone asks me questions, for something, I know I have to create it. So I created this one, and I think it's good. Danielle, check that out. I think that should have some good. Oh, see, there's someone spamming here. I'm just going to block them quickly. Off you go, Wakas. I don't know what you're doing. The good thing is, so February, I'm planning a live stream with every day of February, and having another teacher on, teaching a specific skill or topic they want to talk about. And I'll be in the background just checking and monitoring the questions and posting them up. So I don't have anyone doing that for me. And then, so I don't have anyone doing that for me, but I'd like to do something like that I'd like to have someone like that in the future. Let's see, where are we? Oh, Saddam, hi. How many hours? I teach, like 18 hours, not too much. Bonnie Esther, reinforcing desired results and behaviors. Great points. Thank you, Bonnie Esther. But I mean, it's, I feel like I've always got to write these scripts out and find new information. And then, as with any knowledge in life, it expands, and you think about it in different ways. That's why it's so useful for me to go back. I hate looking at my older videos because it's very cringy. Because my editing sucks or my delivery wasn't very good, so I try and, or the sound. Oh, I hate the sound from my previous videos. I'm always working to improve the sound, but I just feel like I'm just not getting it right. So yeah, I want to remake most of these videos that people ask about. That's what I would love to do. Thanks for the video. Pupils in Algeria started to learn English in primary school for the first time besides French and Arabic. Would you suggest some ways, methods, and advice to make it easy for both teachers and learners? Yeah, I think having a structure is the most important thing. If the students know what is expected of them, and the teachers also know, what they're going to teach, then it makes it a lot easier. And also in your classroom, if you've got a certain structure to how you're running your semesters, your terms, your months, your weeks, and your days, once you've taken care of that planning and you've got the structure ready, then it'll be fine. Then it'll be much easier. My plan in the future, I thought it would be next year, but I think I've got to move it on another year because I've got so much to do. But my plan is to create a list of like 52 lessons. Well, actually 100 lessons. 100 lessons, but I'll start with 52. So it's one lesson a week where it gives you activities and it gives you resources. It shows you how to explain the grammar, what topic to focus on. So I want to create these lessons for teachers to just use, and it's not going to be perfect. I mean, it's just my ideas on how to teach things. But I feel like when I started teaching, I just wished that there was something that I could use, You can add your own personality and your own ideas, but if you had everything planned for you, for the whole year, one lesson a week for a year, that would take off so much stress, because you would see how it's being taught, how the grammar should being taught, how the grammar should be taught, the activities that you can use, and it gave you the resources that you could use, as well as worksheets. That is my goal, hopefully for next year, but I just don't see it happening with all my work just piling up. But yeah, I think that's important. So structure is what you need, and then after that, having fun activities also helps. Nien, really grateful for sharing. Demo creator, I'm so happy. Yeah, I did that video, but I had to cut off so much. I actually had a lot more ideas for how to teach a demo video. By the way, BM, what did you think? You were asking about a demo video. So I worked with the demo creator, and I think it's very easy to use and useful. But I had so many other tips for how to make a video that I wanted to add, but I cut it off. Perhaps in the future, I will release another video where I share all the ideas. Rupa, are you back? Dita, hi. Do you feel comfortable? I'm fine with both, but the majority of teachers at my school, they're males. So yeah, that's fine. I'm it's just a numbers game. But when I was teaching at other schools, we perhaps had more female teachers. But it's just the way the world works. We make friends with both males and females, but we tend to stick to males. And females tend to stick to females. It's not a rule, of course, but that's just how it goes. But I feel comfortable talking to everyone. It's about it's as long as we're professional and we talk about school and talk about their lives, it's not too bad. It doesn't. Yeah, good question, but I don't think it matters that much. Withering, hi, fellow English teachers. Cindy, hi from Macau. Wow, I can't remember when I last had someone from Macau. Ethiopia, from Nepal. Thank you a lot for your methods. I'm so happy. Yeah, I try and share a lot more. That. Namaste. Namaste. Actually, so I was talking to an Indian friend, and I think, who was it? One of the viewers taught me. There's an old word for pretty in Indian. I was saying it earlier today. I'll try and remember later. Mohammed, I'm fine, thank you. Your new picture. Do you like my new picture I changed? Yeah. I think I can see you clearer and more clear, Mario. Nice. It's good to put your face in front of a camera. I remember when I was younger, I didn't like having my face on profiles, but now it's a lot better. Yeah, I think most of my games are kind of interesting. Thank you so much, BM. For now, I can't believe the channel size. I don't feel like I deserve it, because I've got so many more videos to make. But hopefully, I don't think the numbers matter that much to me, although I'm thankful to everyone who supports. Every video that I can make that I feel is useful to teachers out there, I'm happy about, because it feels like I crossed another hurdle. So the more videos I can bring out, I'm very happy. 2-hour classes twice a week. When I planned my lessons thoroughly, it went well, but sometimes I've had any suggestions. Yeah. Oh, well, the obvious suggestion is to plan extra time. But I think that the best thing I have found is, when you create your activities, always have a time for your students to give feedback, so when they produce something. So let's say you're practicing some grammar and they've got to create a conversation with a friend about a certain situation. Then once you can control, so then you can shorten or lengthen the lesson however you want it, so you get more students to present in front of class, or just out loud. I don't let my students come to the front of class. They just read it out there. It's easy enough. So yeah, if you can have activities that allows you to shorten or lengthen the length of your class, then I think that's very useful. I think the most stressed a teacher can get is if you plan a lot of activities, but it either ends too early or it ends too late, because you don't have a way to kind of really manage that time. So I think that's very important. Have activities where you can kind of have more control over it. Let's see. Shida, hi. Kaushal from India. What is that? What's that word? I forgot. Hi from Thailand. Hi, it's so nice. I can't. Kopkum Kap. Wait. That's thank you. Wait, what is hello? So we cup. So we cup. Yeah. Hello in Thai. Hazard, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for viewing, guys. I'm very grateful. It's I just I was thinking about it earlier. One of my friends actually said, Eric, why do you do the live stream? You can do other things with your time. You know, um, just do it when you want to. But I was thinking today. So last night I went out, as young people do, and I'm not really young, so I shouldn't be going out. And it's getting more and more difficult to recover. But I went out last night till late, and then usually that happens on a Saturday, and then Sunday I'm just lethargic and tired, and sometimes I don't really look forward to the live stream, but because I've got to sit here, I've got to smile, I've got to have energy, and it's so difficult. But what I found is I'm so tired the whole day, but as soon as I switch on and I press play, it takes a couple of seconds, and then I get into it, and I really enjoy this time. It also helps me get ready for the week ahead. So I'm very thankful to you guys for watching. Anu, hi from Laos. Gabriella from Slovakia. Yairi from Indonesia too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Janice. Cindy. Yeah, and guys, yeah, if I'll try and make you proud. If you suggest my videos to other teachers, I'm really grateful. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it really helps the channel a lot. But I feel kind of shy, I don't like to promote. You might have noticed with my newer videos, I don't, well, for the past year or two, how long? Every now and again, in a fun way, I would ask to like and subscribe. But I feel kind of, I feel like there's so much I still haven't made. And maybe in like a year or 2 or 3 years, once I've made a lot of these videos that I'm missing, then I'll feel better about it. But I'm grateful, and I hope I can bring out better videos. How can I better manage my class time when I have very different level students in one class? Yeah, that's very tough, because not only do you have to manage the mixed level classes, but you've also got to get them to work at a rate. Now, this all comes down to planning, and with your advanced students, so your students that need more care will take more of your time. But don't forget your advanced students. Have extra activities for them to do. And I would suggest having a project for all the students to be busy with. So let's say they once every semester they have to do like a presentation or something, and then and then during class time, once they finish, spend their time on that project, whatever the project might be, so that they've always got extra work to add on, and I think that helps the students be motivated if they finish their homework, and instead of thinking, oh, is the teacher going to help me, you're actually preparing them to be independent, to work independently. So that's why when I was teaching before, I used to ask my students to always have a book handy, so that whenever they're done with their work, I want them to take out that book and read, no issues. And I think you don't exactly have to use that with your students, but either have extra worksheets or extra things for them to do without you having to ask them. That's how you should set up your classroom to act independently of you, right? There's another word I wanted to say, but I forgot. Anyway, let's continue. Abdallah, hi, welcome. Um, Good to have you. Julian, nice to see all the nice teachers from Sudan. I always get 26 hours teaching. Sometimes I just need some breaks, but I can't. Withering, that sounds so tough. Yeah, I don't know how you're doing it. Yeah, yeah, that's very tough. I don't know how it works at your school, why they're pushing you so hard, but that's definitely not the right way to do it, and that's very tough. I've worked that before, but I can't imagine doing that now. It's really tough. So yeah, just take care of yourself. Make sure you can get breaks sometimes. Yeah, mental breaks definitely. So hmm, uh, I don't know. I wish I could give you advice for that, or cheer you up, but I think that's a very difficult situation, and kind of out of my control, at least. So I think it depends on your school structure, but I want you to know that we all feel for you. You've got our empathy, and we hope that it gets better in the future. Dreaming goal. ADHD. So yeah, busy students that are constantly need to be engaged. Um, the funny thing is, and I've said this before. Yes, you do get ADHD students that can't sit still, that constantly need to be engaged. But the strange thing is, if you put those same students in a different class where they are appropriately challenged and they've got activities and they feel like they have something to achieve, they it doesn't really matter that much. So I would say with these students to pay attention in class, first of all, you've got to create the lessons in a way that the students feel it's important to them, and then also activities that challenge them and that they find engaging. So it comes down to engagement. As a teacher, you've got to engage your students and get them interested and invested in the lesson, what they're learning, and also the content they produce with what they've learned. So if you can do that somehow, where you get the students like that, you get them interested in the class, I think it'll go really well. So that's my advice to you. With these students, have fun, engaging ways to interact with them. Um, and yeah, I think I should make a video on how to teach students with attention problems. But I feel like if you've got fun activities, another thing, and I mentioned this a lot, is to control the classroom energy, where you give times when they can expend energy, when they have fun activities, and then you bring it down so that they get relaxed. And you also have to train them in that way, that they know that there's a time and a place for everything. If you only have like exciting activities that are too engaging, the students are, they're just going to act out, and then because they don't get the appropriate time to rest. Also, if it's just boring the whole time, just a lecture and just working, writing, they're also going to get frustrated and they can't perform. So what I would tell my students is that there's a time and a place for everything. Here are the activities that we're going to do, especially at the start of class, to let them use up some of that pent up energy, and then relax, and then do engaging activities, and then relax. Because I think, it's funny, and this thought just crossed my mind. We're constantly thinking about, how can we just engage our students in class? How can we just get our students into class, make them learn, and let them leave, and let them go on to the next grade, and then it's the next teacher's problem. But I think teaching should also be therapeutic. When students come into your class, um, like, you're going to teach them about these soft skills, how to be a good person, teach them how to interact with their peers. You're going to teach them how to concentrate. You're going to teach them not just the knowledge and the skills, but you're also going to teach them other things in how they can be successful in life. So, we would be making a mistake as teachers if we do not try and get to, not correct, but to help our students be successful, even though they've got these learning disabilities. And the funny thing is, I studied to become a teacher. 9% of our curriculum was on inclusive education, and the problems students go through and how to help them. And now that I think about it, um, you know, it it didn't really even matter, because we think, okay, well, we've got this 10% of students that we're trying to help, and then and then we're not looking out for the other 90. No, we should be teaching these skills and ways for the students to concentrate, and ways for them to focus, and how to relax. We should be teaching these skills within our classes too. Now, this is very easy for me to say while I'm just talking here on a Sunday night, but the fact is, this is something that education should have done a long time ago, where we should have a basic standard of teaching that is being taught, which I hope most places are doing. I don't know, maybe many places are. It's just my experience is there were many gaps, and they didn't focus on they didn't prioritize the basics. Um, So anyway, so we should focus on getting the standards right. And then the next level is actually helping integrate these students into our classroom, and in a way where students with learning, now I'm not doing that learning disabilities are fake, but these students with that struggle with attention deficit with disorder, that we can help them get into class and help them learn how to concentrate, how to work with others, how not to jump off the walls, because teachers do that, but the great teachers do it without thinking about it. It comes to them naturally. Now, my problem is it's so difficult for us to explain why that works, and that's my goal, is in the future to do things about this. Anyway, I've been dragging on about this too long. I'm sorry, everyone else listening to me drone on. So thirsty today. You love your students. Yeah, I know. Sorry, what this guy though? What gosh. Thanks for awesome video ideas. I've shared some of your videos to my community. Thank you so much. They love the 50 activities. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to share more in the future. It's just now I've got to write scripts and get it right. Kev! Kev. Oh, I get so excited. Well, I get so happy when I see your comments. A chick magnet. Oh, now I feel old. You know, because I know you know what it is, and I know most of the teachers know what it means, but I feel like there's a generation growing up right now, and I said the words chick magnet, that at some point they're just going to be like, oh, what are you talking about? You know, if I'm like 80 years old and I'm like, yeah, in my day, I was driving this SM5 and it was a total chick magnet. And they're just going to be like, Granddad, I think you need to take a nap. I'm going to be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. I had that coming. Nude, withering, truly love my students. Yeah, I know. We all do. You know, I think it's so important to love our students. Rude students, yeah, call them out, have a talk to them, tell them that it's not on, especially get out the students one-on-one. And you don't even have to like lecture them, just ask them questions. So why don't you like me, or is there anything I can improve? You know, because that direct confrontation, you know, maybe you can understand and they can understand you better too, but it has to come from a place where you're saying, listen, I'm a teacher, and you know, there's a certain way that we deal with other people in class. I demand a certain amount of respect, a certain amount. I demand respect. No, you're just going to ask them, listen, is everything okay in class? You know, it's kind of difficult. I feel like you're not very happy in my class. Is there some way we can deal with this? So you want to call out the students like that, and yeah, have chats with them. I think this video I'm busy working on the script on how to build rapport. I'll mention it in there and give some ideas on how to do it. Teaching character appearance. I was thinking about it before, you know. I was thinking about something like, you've got to describe a friend in class, or maybe something along the lines of, you know, where they think of an actor and they've got to describe the actor and everybody has to guess. How about something like that? Oh, I just thought of that. That's not a bad game idea, you know. So you can especially if they've got their phones, they can look up the actor to give some ideas, you know. But that's, you know, they're going to describe what the actor's like and its appearance, but it can also be personality, you know, a description on a character. I think that can be fun. Julia, I can think of more, but I think I'm going to just do that one. I feel I've got 10 minutes left. My brain's going to break. Consequences, yeah, this isn't something I'm too strong on, because every school's got a different take on how they do the rules or demerits, and what kind of punishments they deal out. And it depends on you as the teacher too. I feel like most students, you can take their time, or you can punish them in a different way. So you know, you can ask them to go to detention. It also depends on the level of it. You know, it can be, you know, once they break the rules, they have to like stay a minute and talk with you or something, but that's very difficult because it takes time away from you. They might have to come in and they might have to write you a letter. They might have to come in and clean your classroom. I think there are different things that you can do, or after a certain amount, you might want to have a parent-teacher conference with the parents. That's another thing I need to do soon, is like how to deal with parents. Another video waiting for me. James, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the weather is cooling down a bit. Really good. Yeah, Nadia, I think there are lots of consequences. I'll think about it a little bit more in the future. How can we develop our English? I think I posted something. Hi, Faiza. Uh, Imran, hi from Bangladesh. Chira from Morocco. I'm not a teacher. Love your videos. I'm so happy to hear that. I'll definitely share some more in the future. I've also been playing with the idea of making a YouTube channel for English learners. But what I would like to do, the way that I do the videos, I'd like to shoot conversations. So let's say I get two girls, and I tell them, okay, this is the topic I want you to talk about. These are, and give them like a few vocabulary words or expressions, or to use some grammar. And then I'm just going to say, okay, ladies, have this conversation. I record them, and then I use that footage to explain what they're talking about, explain some of the vocabulary, and I can teach some things for English learners. But I think it's important when it comes to success, not success, but when it comes to life, is you've got to have these long-term goals and dreams too. Now, with my channel, I make videos where I try and help teachers. That's a given. And I could make, and if YouTube promotes certain types of videos after instead of others, it means that I should make more of those videos. But the thing, I've got this grand idea of what I want to do in the future. I want to make videos that help all teachers, but I also I want to help teachers. But I've got these ideas for 3, 4, 5 years into the future of things I want to create. So I think that's why I don't want to spend my time creating these other things that could be useful to people when I know my focus should be just on teachers. But maybe the best YouTubers listen to learn to tips and languages. Maria, Spanish reason you have your orator speakers like ASMR. Yeah, there are some good teachers out there. I know, and that sound especially good. And I've gotten used to my own voice. I don't think it's bad, but yeah, like most people, you don't really enjoy your voice, but I've basically tortured myself by listening to probably thousands of hours of my own audio, and I've kind of gotten used to it. By the way, guys, let me talking about YouTube. Most of my videos are teaching tips, and also and it's also like activities and resources that I'll try and share. But I made a video for this Tuesday, and it's not one of my normal videos, but I think it's a video that can rank very well. So it means that lots of people are searching for it. It doesn't have a lot of competition, but I'm trying to push it out. It's not one of my videos, but called 1000 classroom decoration ideas. And basically all I did was I went and I got 1000 pictures of classrooms, or decoration ideas that you can use in the classroom, and I just compiled them into a video. It's exactly 1 hour long. It's 1000 ideas with some music and just the photos that pop out. So what I would like you to do, if you're listening to this live stream, is on Tuesday when that video comes out, you don't have to watch the whole video, but please play it through for me. So you can put the sound off, and in the background, just watch the whole video. Give it a like. Tell me that you saw this on the live stream, and I'll give you a shout out next week for everyone who commented. So in the comments, just say, I watched it all the way through, or just I saw this on the live stream. Because on Tuesday, yeah, it's coming out, and I want to. It's really good for a video if it's watched all the way through, and if it gets some interaction. So I would like to push that video because it can help the channel a lot. I know most of you won't be interested, but I put a lot of work into that video. But yeah, so I'll really appreciate it, and I'll give you guys a shout out if you can do that for me in the future. Reading fun. I think I posted something about reading special needs. Yeah. I think I've spoken about it, but I haven't made a video about it. I think that's something I have to do in the future. Reina, I'll make a video on it in the future, and I'll do some research for it too. I have some ideas, and I think I've talked about it in the past, but I think I need more time to talk about it, and we're getting towards the end of it. I need to make a WhatsApp number, right? Robbie from Kabul, Afghanistan, a passionate English teacher, and learner, also certified. Thank you so much. Thank you. Question: how long have you been teaching English? What's your education level and major? What was the first thing that... Great questions. Yeah, so I've been teaching English for 16 years now. I studied teaching in South Africa, got my B.Ed in the intermediate phase. So I can teach elementary school and, like middle school, start of high school, focusing on English, and taught in South Africa for 3 years. Then decided to come to Korea, came to Korea, taught, did my master's for 2 years, and then got a job at a university. And yeah, that's it. And the first thing why I wanted to teach is, I just thought, I like kids, and maybe I could make a difference, and yeah, I'm glad I did. I can't see myself doing anything else. It's kind of weird. Have you always worked with? Have always. I'm not sure why. That's just the way it is. Yeah, no, it's usually like that, James. I feel the same way, except where I teach now, the majority are men. Thank you, millions. Nabil from Gaza. Hi. Flora from Bangladesh. From the Philippines. Thank you so much. Guys, if I don't get to everyone, thank you so much for watching, Inkar and Mila. Darwin, I'm using this new mic, but I mean, on my other videos, sometimes the sound isn't very good because I'm just shooting in my room and there's an echo, and I just want to get it better. Need different types of teaching methods. Actually, Nabil, you won't believe me, but on my screen, I've got here teaching methodologies, different teaching methods. I'm going to work with a writer, with someone I've worked before, to create videos, especially for teaching methods. So ideally, I would have liked to do the research and write it myself, but I just don't have time. So I'm going to work with another educational writer who's going to help me with like a list of teaching methodologies and write out all the information about it. And I'm going to make videos about it in the future. That's my plan for them. Hi, Inez from Tunisia, Cambodia, from Portugal, Miguel. English teacher and enjoy your content. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Secrets of teaching. Good. I'm so happy, Darwin. Rodwa. Every career is difficult. It will be, but you know what? You can prepare. You're going to get better, and just believe that. Just as with anything in life, you can only improve. You can only get better. Radwa, I truly believe that. No, not actually. I've got a lot of freedom at work, BM. Sugeng, Watchman, hi. That's nice. I like that. The Watchman. Who's watching the watches? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? I think it's ¿Cómo está from the Philippines. Hi. Welcome, Indian ESL teachers. Yeah, I don't know. Online, I think you can, but it's very difficult to go to countries like Korea, I feel. Organize a classroom during learning. Now, what do you mean? Like during the class, how to organize the class? You mean classroom management? I've done many videos on those. Let's see, get the higher level students to help out the low. Yes, sometimes, but I in some of my videos, I have made a warning about that because it's not really their job. But you can do that sometimes. Like I like putting the students into groups like that, where the more advanced students help other students too. But you don't want to make a chore for them. A translation method I use with lower levels too. I think that's fine. One student reads a sentence and then the other translates. That can be fun for their understanding, especially if they're lower level. I won't use it all the time. I don't want them to get into the habit, but I can see that working. I like that idea, Peter. Yeah, and then they switch. Yeah, I like that. That's a fun activity. I'm sure there must be a reason. There's a reason why a lot of teachers don't use that. You don't want to get the students used to just using too much of their native language in class, but I can see that working. My students first. Yeah, it too, so that helps. Yeah, it's just training and improving yourself and helping your students. But don't worry too much about it. If you're not a native speaker, you can help your students and do that. Yeah, I like that, Withering. Okay, everyone. I want to say thank you so much for joining the live stream. Yeah, I've got 2 videos coming out this week again, and next week I will try and get another teach on so you don't have to see my tired face. Everyone, I hope you have a beautiful week. Remember to watch my video and to comment that you saw me talking about it on the live stream, and I'll give you a shout out next week. Everyone, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week.